he is the man behind one of the most popular and innovative apps of the last decade. Evan Spiegel, co-founder of Snapchat, transformed the way we communicate and shared his vision of a social network where privacy and fleeting moments take center stage. Today, we will dive into the inspiring story of Evan Spiegel, the young billionaire who defied tech giants and created a unique platform. Evan Spiegel was born on June 4, 1990, in Los Angeles, California, into a wealthy family. Both his father and mother were lawyers, providing Evan with a comfortable upbringing and access to top-tier education. He attended elite schools and developed a passion for technology and design at a young age. This passion for innovation led Evan to enroll at Stanford University, one of the most prestigious universities in the United States. There, he studied product design, where he began exploring new ideas and concepts that would eventually lead to a life-changing innovation. It was at Stanford that he met his future co-founders, Bobby Murphy and Reggie Brown. While still a student, Evan and his colleagues began working on a revolutionary idea. They realized that many people, especially younger generations, wanted a way to share moments without the pressure of those moments being permanent. The concept of disappearing photos and messages was completely new and counterintuitive, but Evan believed that this feature would be precisely what made the app unique. In 2011, the team created the first prototype of the app, which was initially called Peekaboo. The concept was simple, a photo messaging app where images would disappear after being viewed. However, they faced challenges in gaining initial traction. Refusing to give up, they rebranded the app as Snapchat, added improvements, and expanded its functionalities. That's when success began to take off. Snapchat quickly gained popularity, especially among teenagers and young adults. The idea of disappearing messages offered something other social networks didn't: privacy and spontaneity. Users loved the freedom of sending photos without worrying about their permanence. In a short time, Snapchat became a sensation, gaining millions of users. As Snapchat grew, Evan Spiegel emerged as a visionary leader. He wasn't afraid to stand firm in his vision, even when tech giants like Facebook tried to acquire his company. In 2013, Mark Zuckerberg offered $3 billion to purchase Snapchat, but Evan declined. Many thought he was making a mistake, but he believed in the potential growth of his creation. Not content to rest on his laurels, Evan continued to innovate. He introduced new features to Snapchat, such as the famous Stories, a feature allowing users to share moments that are available for 24 hours. This functionality became a social media staple and was later adopted by platforms like Instagram and Facebook. He also introduced popular augmented reality filters, which allowed users to add fun and interactive effects to their selfies. In 2017, Snapchat took another significant step by going public through its IPO, initial public offering, becoming a publicly traded company. Snap Incorporated, as it was rebranded, began trading on the New York Stock Exchange, making Evan Spiegel one of the world's youngest billionaires. Even so, he continued to invest in the platform, constantly seeking new ways to innovate and enhance the user experience. With success came competition. Other social networks, such as Instagram, began copying some of Snapchat's innovations, like the Stories feature. This represented a significant challenge for Evan and his team, who had to adapt quickly. But instead of giving up, Evan used these difficulties as fuel to continue innovating, investing in new features like Snap Map and Spectacles, glasses that allow users to capture moments directly into the app. One of Evan Spiegel's strongest leadership traits is his commitment to user privacy. In a world where data is widely collected and shared, Snapchat stands out as a platform that values privacy, allowing users to share fleeting moments without worrying about those moments being permanently stored. In addition to his success in business, Evan also dedicates time to his personal life. He married supermodel Miranda Kerr, and the couple has 2 children. Despite his busy schedule, Evan strives to balance his professional and personal life, staying grounded while continuing to innovate. Evan Spiegel's story is proof that a simple idea, combined with bold vision and determination, can change the world. Snapchat is not just an app, it's a phenomenon that transformed how we communicate and share moments. Evan Spiegel teaches us that believing in your vision and being willing to take risks can lead to success, even in a world full of uncertainties. At some point in life, we all face doubts about our ability to achieve something great. It might seem like the world is already full of ideas and innovations, with no room left to make a difference. But the story of Evan Spiegel, co-founder of Snapchat, teaches us a powerful lesson. It doesn't matter how many times people say it's impossible, when you believe in your vision and have the courage to take risks, success is inevitable. Evan Spiegel was born into a wealthy family in Los Angeles. He had access to excellent education and was surrounded by opportunities, but that didn't define him or make his path to success easier. Unlike many, Evan didn't settle into his comfort zone. From an early age, he was driven by something greater, the desire to create something unique and leave a mark on the world. This is the first lesson we can learn from Evan. It doesn't matter where you come from or what resources you have at your disposal, what matters is your ambition and what you do with it. Evan wasn't interested in taking the easy path. He wanted to innovate, challenge the norms, and create something no one had done before. He saw beyond the obvious, and that's what separates great visionaries from those who simply follow the crowd. During his years at Stanford, Spiegel and his colleagues identified a gap. People wanted to share moments without the pressure of those moments being permanent. In a world where everything we post on social media stays online forever, there was a demand for a different, more intimate and ephemeral experience. That's how the concept of disappearing messages was born, an idea that many found strange and unlikely to succeed. But Evan Spiegel saw what no one else did. Here's the second big lesson: don't be afraid to stand out or think outside the box. Often, the most transformative ideas are the ones that seem impossible at first. When you have an innovative vision, many people may not understand or even doubt you. But that's when you need to trust yourself. The path to success isn't paved by following the rules, but by having the courage to break them and create your own. When Evan and his team launched Snapchat, it wasn't an immediate success. Initially called Peekaboo, the app faced challenges, and the founders had to rethink and adjust their approach. They rebranded the app, improved it, and eventually, Snapchat gained traction, especially among young people. It marked the beginning of a revolution in how we communicate. Here's the third lesson: failure is part of the growth process. Before Snapchat became successful, there were obstacles, rejections, and adjustments. But what sets Evan apart is his ability to learn from setbacks and keep moving forward. Many people give up at the first sign of difficulty, but great leaders and innovators know that failure is just a step on the path to success. Failing doesn't mean you've failed, it means you're one step closer to figuring out what works. Evan Spiegel also teaches us the importance of staying true to your vision, even when external pressure is high. In 2013, Snapchat was growing, and Facebook tried to buy the company for $3 billion. Many thought Evan was making a mistake by turning down the offer, but he knew Snapchat still had much more potential to grow. He believed so strongly in what he had created that he was willing to risk everything. The fourth lesson we can take from his story is: trust your intuition and stand firm in your convictions. When you're creating something innovative, there will be moments when people tell you to do it differently, to take the safer route. But if you believe in your idea and see the value it can bring, don't be afraid to bet everything on it. Sometimes, the biggest risk is not taking any risks at all. As time went on, Snapchat continued to grow and innovate. Evan didn't stop at the initial idea of disappearing messages. He introduced new features that became global phenomena, such as stories and augmented reality filters. These innovations were so successful that they were later adopted by other major social networks. But even with increasing competition, Snapchat held its ground, always seeking ways to innovate and surprise its users. Here's the fifth lesson: never stop innovating and finding ways to improve what you already do. Success isn't something you achieve once and then stop. It's a continuous process of learning, growth, and reinvention. Evan Spiegel knew that for Snapchat to stay relevant, he needed to keep innovating and adapting to new market demands. Innovation is what keeps an idea alive and constantly evolving. Finally, Evan also shows us the power of being true to your principles. While many tech companies are embroiled in debates over privacy and data usage, Snapchat has always stood out by valuing user privacy. Evan didn't want Snapchat to be just another social network. He wanted it to be a space where people could share fleeting, authentic moments without worrying that those moments would be permanently stored. The last lesson we can learn from Evan Spiegel is, be authentic and stay true to your values. In the business world, it's easy to compromise your principles for quick profits or success. But true impact comes when you build something that aligns with your deepest values. When